Good morning! 2 days ago I was at the Canal Parade in Amsterdam, which was an absolute blast, but it also meant that I was completely dead yesterday because my goodness, that event, it takes a lot of energy. Meant I fell asleep on the couch yesterday, which is very rare for me, and it also meant that I woke up quite early this morning because I didn't need as much sleep as usual. So I just sent Joep a message, I was like, how far are you? And he's like, I just woke up, please give me some time. So I'm waiting for Joep now. It is the first Monday of August, so that means we're doing a Tour de Meuse XL. And sometimes the XL trips take us quite far away, and sometimes they're relatively local, but still city trips. So this week we're going to...
Stan boy, don't rush me, man. You're not the only one with a hangover. But now we're talking to you people. Let's go to Aachen today. It's also where we kind of started this tour in Aachen. It's a part of the video, but a very rainy part. And today still is a bit of summer, so I thought let's go to Aachen. But also usually when my girlfriend has her birthday, we go to Aachen and go thrift shopping, vintage vinyl shopping, but also to Frietenwijk to have some very healthy, not Canadian lunch. But yeah, it was on a Sunday this year, so we couldn't go there because everything is closed. Cheers to Germany. Yeah, I think it's a very special one because usually we only do the city, but I discovered that there's some nature around it and there's a 10 kilometer hike there. So before entering the city, we're gonna discover it from the outside. There are two hills that we have to climb, and I really don't know what to expect. If it's a walk in the park or it's like a gladiator fight to conquer two hills, sweat like an ox, and then are too dead to have a decent city walk. But we'll manage as always because we know where we go afterwards, and I even know which beer I'm gonna have if they still have it. For spoilers, watch the Aachen video or stay with us. Okay boys, let's go follow the banana.
Hat! I forgot my hat. That's going to be a challenge. We may have to buy another hat today because the sun is shining, obviously, exactly there. Last time we were walking here, Joep, it was pouring with rain. That was after our Aachen trip. Do you remember that, when we got the hill and everything? Yep. This is a very different vibe altogether. Much nicer, except for the lack of hat. What he didn't say.
The plan slightly changed, at least your plan.
No,
I know what was coming.
I didn't have a plan, I assumed the plan.
There's nature in the surrounding. Let's check that out.
Is it this?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. He's going to the nature. I guess I should follow because I'm doing the camera work here. So we're exiting the city. We're going to do our naturey part first because that is something Aachen has to offer.
To the right.
But it's not the Aachen is it, Joep? Because we've been there.
No, Aachen, I think it's 30 kilometers from here.
Oh, very arbitrary name then.
On the border of Belgium and the Netherlands, as you all know by now. That's also why Aachen was so important back in the days, because it was a very strategic point. A lot of industry happened here from the late 18th century, 19th century, 1880. The capital where Karel the Grote, Charlemagne used to work, and where the Romans came to heal in the sulfur baths. But that's for later. We haven't even left the city yet. We make a stop at the Ehrenmal, as it was called in German. This used to be part of the inner city wall. They built this in 1512. After the First World War, it got a new function because they made a monument out of it to honor those who fell and died and fought in the war. Second World War though, this was pretty damaged, and 5 years later, I think 1950s, they redid half of it, and it still looks like that. The entrance is in the other side, but you will see that on the walk in the description, because it's very nice that they highlight also these kind of things. It's not just walking and looking to pretty nature and listening to Stijn, but there's a lot of history in the region, especially in the city center side. So I hope we're gonna see more of that. And just another.
It's Liège all over again. Well, not quite. We did get a warning, however. The maker of this walk put on the website that we shouldn't be fooled by the shortness of this walk, because there was quite some height differences. I didn't expect steps, but here we go.
How about German steps?
What about German steps?
We're always joking about the French and the Belgian steps and the Dutch steep steps and the silly Liège steps in Maastricht.
These are pretty serious steps.
Yeah.
Ah, that's that. And then we were in a park. Look at that. We thought we made it to the end of the steps, but no. There's way more where that came from.
Oh shit.
Joep,
Yeah.
are you ready for your morning workout?
Oh my god.
They're already ready to get you. Should you not make the top?
They're very happy to see us here.
They are so happy to see us here. Joep is going inside to see whether this tower indeed turns, because it's called the Turning Tower of Aachen, and the cafe is called the Turning Cafe. So let's see. Joep,
We don't know what will happen.
Joep's like, we're just going to go to the top floor and see what we get.
There's events to remember.
Well, we are an event to remember.
That's
Look, we
why.
have a mirror as well. I don't want to jump too much, but this is a very wobbly elevator. Oh, you don't like elevators?
I don't like them wobbly.
We can't actually go here, but we can see the view. Look at that. Joep is trying to open the door, but I don't think that's going to work. That's a view though, and a half. Are we going to take the stairs back down, Joep?
Oh, we can go on.
Or Joep found more up?
That escalated quickly.
This is not an escalator, this is an elevator. That elevated quickly. So Joep just found that if you keep going up, you actually end up in storage, which is probably not something we should be
Storage with a
entering.
view.
Storage with a view. Well, we did see the view, and we're going back down. My ears are popping.
It's bloody hot.
Hotty blood. I feel like the view from the top of the tower would have been better, but we did find a viewpoint.
And it's slightly more refreshing.
Oh yeah, it was really mucky up there. The park is very quickly turning more foresty than I expected, because I didn't think this would be so unpark-like. We're not the only ones out here today. Many people are enjoying this day out on this holiday Monday in the sun day.
Day-o.
Sunday? Sunday. Now I want ice cream. More steps for us to enjoy. Ooh, these are a bit wonky. The light today is just gorgeous. I'm not sure how much of that you can see on the video, but it's really soft and sweet. Really nice. Nicely filtered through the trees. I know I've said it 10,000 of times now, but smell-o-vision has never been more important. So there is this delicacy, this cookie that I do want to buy.
Ginger cookie with chocolate and sugar.
Ginger cookies that they make in Aachen called the Aachener Prent. And apparently the factory is somewhere down there, because it is a very strong smell here, and it's
Sick.
so nice.
Willy Wonka's factory smelling
Oh.
up here. Joep's buying.
Enjoy.
Gross.
Fisherman's drugs. Drugs.
Oh.
Well, I guess we're both failing, because I don't think I'm in the mat yet.
I'm juggling.
Are you juggling? Well, let me retry that. There was a camera in the way, actually. Oh, they're not very stable, these. Okay. Oh. Little helper. Oh. Well, I can't say this is comfortable. I feel like I'm gonna fall out on that side, which may be an issue because camera. But hey, in the meantime, I'm in a hang mat. Hanging. Yep. Hang in there. Okay, Joep. That's enough. Thank you. He's only going faster. Joep, no.
Howdy.
Howdy.
I wonder if you ever make it to Aachen again.
We're still not in Aachen.
And we're climbing again.
Yeah, I didn't expect
There's
that
this,
one.
Hangout. The second pond that we discover here. A lot of water. Looks a bit like the Fujifilm, but then the Temu version. It's nice though. It still smells like gingerbread.
Like the Vogese, but the Temu version. I'm not sure if that was a compliment or an insult, to be honest.
It was.
It was. This walk is most definitely making sure we deserve our beers. Yeah, I don't really see why the steps add much here. This is slightly nicer.
Ad blocker.
Step blocker. So now it's straight down to the city.
Straight and then down.
What's that yellow and blue thing there?
We first thought it was the hospital, but it's the stadium of Alemannia in Aachen.
It's a football club.
Alemannia, yes. Stijn.
I don't think we're in the Truman Show, man. This place doesn't have a ceiling.
This place has a lot of stairs.
We didn't film
no
them all.
end.
No. We expected to be descending by now, but apparently not, so...
So we're going straight and then we're going down. No, we're going straight and then straight up.
Straight up it is.
This is a very...
Rustic. Jeez. Left or right?
It doesn't matter which one you choose. They both chewy and crunchy. Right.
I don't know what he just said. So if I can't hear it in the edit, I'll subtitle that. He's gonna have to explain it to me now. What did you say?
It doesn't matter which one you choose. They both chewy and crunchy.
Oh no! Oh no!
That escalated a bit too quickly.
Oh, manual escalation.
Stijn,
What up?
the city center is nearby, man. You could see the Aachener Dome, a big church, but that once was a political center as well. Karel de Grote, Charlemagne, Charles the Great. He worked here, and both religion and politics were one. At least they were mingling. And the backside of the church, he built his Paltz, I think is the name. And that's his royal mansion where we used to reign over this area. As we told you, he died buried in Liège, worked in Aachen and chilled in Maastricht. The trias politica avant la lettre. But yeah, you can see a very cool alley over there. Can you see that, Stijn?
What about it?
It just looks cool. But there's a lot of churches here. We're gonna descend and visit at least one. I don't know if it's that one that you see here peeking out of the woods, but we're definitely gonna see the Aachener Dome later on today.
It's very pretty on the inside. A sign over there just told us that an obelisk like this symbolizes a ray of sun from the god Ra, Sun Ra. So there you go. I had no idea. I've seen many an obelisk in my life, but that was news to me. We're going down there?
I'll check.
I think we may.
Yes.
Here under the trees we see the ruins that were left over from an old bathhouse. A Roman bathhouse, I presume? Joep?
I guess so. There's still a public bath there, by the way, but there are children playing, so we
Should probably not go and film there.
And we're detouring again. Back. I was just telling Stijn that it was really nice that they put a mark on the walking route that we were just walking, and I thought it was for people, but also it was a horse trail or something because there's a horseshoe as well. But we were so wrong, Stijn. This is all about a legend that brings us back to the beginning days of the Dome Church. Because when God arrived to Aachen, he of course also brought the devil with him. Here he is, the devil with his one horseshoe and his one human foot. Legend goes that he had a plan to cover Aachen with sand because he hated holy people. And he was walking here, and just like us, he had, I think, 20,000 steps to walk, and he was lost. And he met this lovely old lady and asked her, "Lady, can you please tell me how far it is until I reach Aachen?" And the lady, who saw his horseshoe and know what was going to happen, and know that he was the devil, she said, "Oh, my lieber God, look at my shoes. I just bought them today new in Aachen, and they're already totally damaged because of the long walk." The devil said, "Fuck that shit, let's leave, that's too far for me." So he threw his bag of sand that he was carrying, and the legend goes that that bag of sand nowadays is the Lauerberg. I doubt it, but it's a good story, and it's a very nice statue as well, and now we finally know what these trail markers are. Very nice detour, but I think we're ready for city center now, right, Stijn?
Oh yeah.
Lord, we're ready. Look at my shoes. I bought them in Maastricht last week, and they're all hurtful. I need beer. Bye.
Is it open?
I have the feeling that we are in France, but we're not.
Nope. So this was built in, what did you say, 1954?
1954.
That explains the interior.
Yeah.
Yep, lovely though. The park is still behind us, but in front of us, as you may be able to hear, city noises lay ahead.
It's still steep.
It's still quite steep. They've got steps and steep combined somehow. By the way, I'm sorry that you can't see my eyes right now, but since I've got my hat, I figured I would do this to prevent myself from getting a headache. So far, so good. Shit. Well, we just got stuck. Now what do we do? I spoke too soon, by the way. Apparently there's still a bit of suburb coming up, and apparently there's also some climbs coming up. This is just, yeah man, this walk is telling us to lose weight. I'm blue, da-ba-dee, 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 da. Meanwhile, Joep is dark brown like his
It's black, man.
soul.
Like my soul.
I don't want to know what dark brown though. And then we had a problem because this is where we go down, but there's no going down. They closed the exit, and I don't know why, because the park just continues down there, and these are just perfectly good steps. So it would be very Dutch to just walk around it, but it's not a very German thing to do.
There's a pathway in the woods. I think we're gonna check that out.
Oh yes.
Illegal.
Challenge accepted.
We made it. I think we could have easily went by that side though, but still.
Yeah. Tick check.
I told you that there was a lot of bathhouse vibes going on here. It dates back to the Roman times. Charlemagne used to go there often. It's very famous for its sulfur baths, but there are a lot of bathhouses. There's one here at the back. There's also the Carolus-Therme, I think that's the biggest one, I'm not sure. There's also Congresscentrum, it's called the Quellenhof, I think. It's on that side. A monument of the monarch meeting back in 1818. Don't have any historical background for what happened here at that period of time, but it looks very cool. And a rose garden that I never promised you. Hopefully some city center really soon, because this tour keeps
winding us up, literally.
No, I love it, but it's
beautiful.
It's
no, it's
time
really
for the
pretty.
center. On y va.
This rather cute bridge is a little on the wobbly side, Joep. Joep is fucking off. Depending on what the wind does, you can get pretty wet here. The geese don't care though. They're like, this counts as a pond, so it's for us. Nice and refreshing, Joep. There's some sprinkles happening there when you walk there.
I see it. All the geese are
Chillaxing.
in the water.
Looks like we're entering a city. Not sure how though. Red light, Joep. Red light. Get back. Back. Good, Joep. Hat.
Stijn had a German upgrade.
I didn't know Adidas
He's
was
blending in
German.
with the locals now.
Oh, am I now? Well,
Oh yeah, so German.
it keeps the sun from my eyes, and that's all I care about. So here we go.
City center wise, the city center is over there, and we are walking over there because that's how Jos planned this. I actually don't know what we're gonna see, but we're just gonna do it.
Well, we were suspecting this church to be closed, considering the fact that it looks like it is about to fall apart, but we gave it a try. Actually a pity, because it is quite a cute church.
Very immense glass stained windows.
Massive stained glass windows, and unfortunately not accessible right now, at least not legally. Oh, Joep is doing this thing again. Well, little man needs little steps.
We're just telling Stijn that I visited this city I think a couple hundred times, but I never been in this part. The city center is right over there, the big Sena warehouse. There's a synagogue here. I think it's the Turkish part of town, because there's cocktail sishas, barbers, a lot of nice stores. Very good vibe as well, and the smell of kebab is
Everywhere.
lovely. I'm going there within a month.
To Turkey.
What's today's date? 5th. 1 month and 2 days from now I am in Istanbul. So I'm getting used to the smell of kebab by then. Our dear friend Jos is slowly guiding us into the city center, but not before visiting the Adelberg church. We didn't have any historical or fun facts about it, so I had to look it up on Wikipedia. But it turns out that this church dates back to the year 1005. Adelbert of Prague, he died in the year 997, and 2 years later he was declared holy, and 7 years later people of Aachen made this church. When in 1300 the first city wall of Aachen was built, this church was placed in the city center because the city wall was right about there. It was a parochie church for years, but then Second World War happened also in Aachen. In 1943 this thing burned down to the ground. But after World War II they rebuilt the whole thing, and it looks very impressive. I don't know if you can visit the inside, but we definitely gonna see the outside so that Stijn can make some beautiful footage for you guys. And then hopefully we visit the city center and get something to drink, because it's 1000 degrees. Stijn had a new hat, but it's warm.
You gave it a shot, but nope, it is very much closed. You tried your best.
Yeah.
Well done.
The short version of my story is on that plaque on the wall. So Wikipedia was correct, thanks for that.
So if you would have preferred the short version, you should have come here to read it and not listen to you.
City center time. Guess what we are buying?
Great success. It is the Aachener printen, the well-known delicacy. There's many varieties of them, but these are the OG ones. You've said they're with chocolate and they're great with chocolate, but the original ones don't have that at all.
And the temperature is not chocolate proof as well.
Oh, that's fair enough. It would go very melty. It's actually summer again, folks. He's putting his... Look at how shiny they are.
Glazed in sugar.
They are soft but crunchy because of the sugar. And they have a very gingery undertone, almost bitter, a very sweet overtone.
If you're Dutch and you know the Thai that we have at Sinterklaas,
Extreme version of that.
this tastes a bit like the fresh, chewable version of Thai.
It's like a gingerbread man, but more gingery and more crunchy. Oh,
And
I love these things. There's people who hate these.
I'm eating.
It's hard to see on the video, but that flower slowly closes and opens. Or opens and closes. It's a glass half full, half empty situation. Oh, I just had 2 of those print and I want all of the others now, but I won't allow myself to do that because they're not healthy, as it is with many great things. We're going to be a bit more culinary today, so no frittenwerk like we did last time we were here. You remember from a few videos ago, the Aachener Wald one. We're going to actually eat Lebanese today, which I've never had in my life, so I'm really curious about it. Joep is probably taking a photo of frittenwerk for his girlfriend, because she's a fan and so am I.
You didn't see the intro yet, but I told everybody that we usually go here on our birthday to eat at Frittenwerk.
You didn't yesterday, did you?
No, because it was all closed. It was Sunday.
Badly
Stan
timed
was
birthday.
video, man.
Joep, is that you smelling like that?
Nope.
Oh. There's the strong smell of slightly rotten egg here.
Slightly.
Nah, it could be worse. Could be worse.
This is I was smelled yesterday morning after that festival.
I'm sure you did. So this, ladies and gents, is hot. Is hot water actually.
It's 47 degrees, if I'm not mistaken.
53. It says on the side. And his hands now smell like rotten eggs as well.
But they got healed.
But they got healed. I just used this finger. So this water is coming from the Kaiserbrunne, the Kaiser source, and it is thermal water. It's pretty much like a Kaiser. So you get hot water from the ground, and they sort of ducted it into the city. You can dip your hands in it and feel like you're wasting a lot of energy, but you're not, because this is continuous. One of the many miracles of Earth. It smells very bad though, really bad. Weirdly, when you use it to wash your hands, it actually doesn't. My hands now don't smell of rotten egg. I'm not sure how that works. That apparently is quite fleeting. Here's a sign of famous people that have visited this source through the years.
The Medici family even visited this. You can see Karl the Große, Charlemagne. He was here a very long time ago.
789 until 840. Man, he spent 15 years here.
Peter the Great.
25 years even.
Yeah, he worked here.
Fair enough.
We're gonna visit his office now, by the way.
Let's see if he's home.
Let's check if he wants to be interviewed for this video.
Kinda hard to miss in this city. The Aachener Dome. It's massive. Especially in a relatively small city like this, it really stands out with how large it is. It seems slightly out of place even. It's a gorgeous thing though, loads of details, and wait until you see the inside. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous place. In case you wonder why we didn't film more or take more photos, well, it's also a very German place, so there's loads of rules. So Joep actually, and he never does that, but he forgot to take off his cap, and he was immediately reminded to take off his cap. And you have to pay for photos that you take. So I made video. What are they gonna do? Huh? I don't know what's wrong with this guy either. This is what it feels like to be baked in a pizza oven. Were you just saying that a lot of this around here was also built by Charlemagne?
Yes, Charles the Great, he built a lot of housing around the church because, as I said, he worked here and it was connected to the church. I don't know if these buildings, they look too new for this, but at least the building on that side where the chapel is, and on the other side, I think we're going to visit it during the walk. There's another building that's built by him. Back in the days on that side as well, I think that's the new city council, but there was a Charlemagne building as well. We found out that there's a sign on the other side at the Elysiumbrunne, where we were. There's a Route de Charlemagne in Aachen, so you can visit it, I think, within 10 minutes walking from each other.
It's all close to each other, it's a small center.
A fun fact though, do you know where the name Aachen comes from? What? Egg.
Egg.
He's still smelling like rotten eggs. Yeah, actually the French name is de la Chapelle, or egg aux chapelle. That means quelle, what's
Source.
Source.
Yeah.
Like Aix-en-Provence, that's the source in the Provence. They found documentation where Charlemagne wrote about this region, and he used the name Aki. That's where the name Aachen also comes from. But Aki comes from the word aqua, that the Romans called this place because it was famous of the water.
You got video bombed.
So, so much for the fun fact. Is there any notable
beer?
Beer.
So that's what that's for. Actually, this is about the Jakobusgesellschaft, which is for Camino de Santiago. That's a worldwide thing as well, I think. Behind me is the treasury of the dome, and it, among other things, contains Charlemagne's throne, the sarcophagus, yeah, in which he was buried. That's a word that if you say it 3 times, it doesn't make any sense anymore. In which he was once buried is still there. There's a famous bust of him there, so there's some pretty exciting stuff in there. And it has this beautiful facade as well. Gorgeous entrance. We're not going there though. And there is the other side of the dome on a massive square, and are you ready for your eyes to sear, because this is providing shade for the children playing in the sandpit behind it. But that's the city hall, isn't it?
It is.
That is gorgeous.
This area is also very famous for its Christmas market. So if you want to get pissed drunk on a Glühwein and a Reibekuchen, this is the place to be.
Not on August 5th though.
Usually there's a stage on top of the stairs or the steps that's behind this unit. And I once played there unofficially.
Unofficially?
Yes.
So you just went up there and you played?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Let's go get closer to it so you can actually see it. The city tavern, look at it. Right next to the city hall. Every time I've been here it was closed. I'm not sure if it even opens at all, but it's a gorgeous little building. Really medieval feeling, probably because it is.
It is.
We are walking towards the Domkeller, which is a very, very old and therefore very charming bar. And it has very cheap beer actually. If you want to get some good beer, Kölsch I would recommend. In the city of Aachen, that's definitely a place to go. And yeah, the vintage atmosphere definitely helps as well. Although vintage, that's called an antique.
It's a tricky outside seating area though, because it's steep, like the walk.
Oh, we're going down there, aren't we? We have a chance of doing a comparison here. We have the same beer we had last time we were in Aachen, the Eifeler Landbier, but now it's on draft. And last time it was bottled. Cheerio.
And now it's 27 degrees.
And last time it was hailing.
In the chain.
Oh, it's still very nice, but it's very different. It's lighter.
It's more lighter but bitter.
I like it though still. It tastes more German, I would say.
You gotta like your new.
You got a wasp. Make sure you don't get it in your shirt. Exactly. It's the season to be waspy. We're trying to figure out where to get to find a mailbox, but it's a bit of a challenge apparently. They're not really in the city center. And the barman was like, mailboxes.
How do they look?
What did it?
What is a mailbox
I'm
again?
pretty sure they're yellow here.
We saw two on the way here because we were traveling around the city center. But I have one more spot before we go to the Pondstraße to eat and drink more. But that's still a secret.
Is it gonna make me poor? I thought it might. So is this where we're probably gonna spend more money than we should?
Yes, this is my last stop before the munchies kick in.
Oh, you get munchies from record shopping?
No, you just get poor.
We do. Joep has found the world music section. Well hidden. But it's there.
Great success.
Look who spent money. Look who didn't spend money. I'm so proud of myself. I almost bought a Greatest Hits by the Grateful Dead, but it had some damage that I didn't trust, so... What did you get, Joep?
Shall we do a Kamala Harris?
Kamala Harris? Kamala Harris. What do you mean a Kamala Harris? Did she present her records to the camera? She did, didn't she? We got Madness, we got Mr. Neil Young, and you should be ashamed that you didn't have that.
I have everything besides this.
That's horrible. And you've got the Allman Brothers Band live at the Fillmore, which
is a new reissue for 10 euros cheaper than usual.
Hey, it's one of my favorite live records, so well done, Joep.
Good luck.
Good life. Wasn't Kamala buying a lot of jazz, by the
Yeah,
way?
she did.
Yeah, maybe you should do that too sometimes.
Nope.
Joep,
Yeah.
can you explain your addiction to the people of the internet?
The knusperstangen.
Ah, the crunchy stick.
Yeah, there's like a bread unit with
Bacon?
bacon, cheese, and some how you say it, manzat, sesame topping. Oh, man,
Poppy
it's
seeds. It's
to die for.
It's very good. It's only in Germany and
But
they're
not
not
today.
always there. No, so Joep is trying to find one now. But so far he hasn't been particularly successful. It would be a nice snack to have before our beer though. We definitely need that after all of the walking we've done.
We'll find it, man.
We'll find it, man. I'm really happy about my hat, but with the tone, the lightness of this road, everything is blinding me, including the road surface. It's ridiculous. So we've been to 2 bakeries so far. One was closed, one didn't have him. Let's try number 3. Here's a chance, but I think you're not getting lucky.
We didn't have the first time when we were here.
That's the same one, isn't it? Okay. We are repeating ourselves. Number 4. Joep. Fingers crossed. May you get lucky. Just when you think it's not gonna happen, great success was had. Let's find some shade and enjoy this. There's some steps there. Near the Keltbrunnen. Oh, or whatever it's called.
But it's lekker.
Okay.
Stijn,
Yeah.
you know what's even better than apfelschorle met een bierstange?
Well,
Apfelschorle, bierstange,
And a
with
brass
live
band.
entertainment. Cheers, man.
you really need beer with this, but I'm not complaining. We'll do the beer after.
Sounds a bit like my head when you're trying to sleep and know that you have to wake up early and can't sleep. But then worse.
It's impressive though how well balanced they are. They're all equally
Equally shit.
trying hard.
With an even shittier drummer.
But we did give them €2 because come on, you gotta support this stuff.
Yeah, we had to pay them off.
Well, they didn't stop, did they?
No.
Joep is switching chairs because that one was a little too wobbly. And it's not a bridge, so that's unacceptable. How's this one, Joep? Oh, that's a lot better. We're so ready. So we are now at Café Egmont where we were during our Aachener Wald walk. And what they do, it's just a great bar, and the neighbors have our Lebanese restaurant. You can order here, and then we'll get the food from the neighbors because this is a much nicer place to sit.
At least that was how it worked. I hope it still works that way, otherwise we just move to the neighbors. The experiment continues.
I would like to say Joep is a foamy boy, but Joep actually did a great job. I slightly failed this time.
You're a faily boy. Cheers.
It's better from a bottle.
Better from a bottle.
It's actually better from a bottle. So here we go again. Eifeler Landbier, not Aachener Landbier like I said before. Awesome. And then we moved because there was a spot outside and it's definitely much nicer outside. Also, less royalty dependent music.
We zijn goed vastgeschroefd.
That may actually help us. Also, Joep just discovered that this table is bolted to the ground for good reason. This street is not exactly straight, so we're all... I think if I give this a push,
Be careful.
it's definitely not straight here. So yeah, more Cheerio. Now from outside. So Joep, this is your starter for tonight. This is not the main dish. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
You know, when you get alcohol free, at least you get a big alcohol free beer. Cheerio. It's not beer, but it's yellow.
It looks like a lava lamp from the 90s.
And then we were in a situation where our main dish is smaller than our starter, but I'm not complaining. It's really hot. Cheerio, Joep. Where do we go, Joep?
To the Batmobile.
To the Batmobile. But we need to find a mailbox.
Oh yeah.
That was some good food. It's so busy there. My goodness.
There was a lot of food.
A
man,
lot
for
of food.
Not
lot
more
of
than
money.
€26. Wow.
Yeah, going out for food in Germany
Welcome
is definitely
in Germany.
Definitely a better idea than doing so in the Netherlands. You'd literally pay about double in the Netherlands. Not bad, not bad.
We would almost forgot.
Spy with my little eye. It's yellow. Joep, you do the honors. Nom 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 nom.
Sticker game in Aachen is very strong. I can tell you that. Stan, I think it's time to go home.
Let's go back to the good smelling shady tunnel, I think. Yeah. You've just said it feels like it's always the summer holidays here, even when it's cold in winter. There's always people eating, walking outside. As soon as it gets closer to the evening, the city starts living, which is a bit of a big city thing. It's not a big city though.
No, but also if you come here at 12 when you start the day, people
like
are
at
eating
noon.
pizzas,
Yeah.
kebab, and I don't know.
Yep.
It's German.
Or
That's why they're so skinny.
are they?
No.
Oh. So this is the Pont Tor. Pont Tower. Pont means bridge. It's sort of derived from Roman ponts because there was a moat here, so they needed some bridges here. There was apparently 14 of these things. This is one of them that is left. And they were built as a sort of second city wall because more and more churches and other important buildings were built outside of the city wall. So, you know, the wall was a bit pointless. So they built this one in the early 14th century, so early 1300s. And this one's still standing, and it's absolutely awesome. It even has your classical gate that goes as they should. Never heard they do that, but I'm pretty sure that's the sound it's gonna make.
And I don't know if Chef Vane is watching these videos.
Chef?
But if you're looking, be ashamed that you didn't know this thing.
Yeah, Chef had no idea this was here, but this is the first thing you see when you enter the city. The tunnel we were in earlier is sort of beneath this.
No, it's over
It's over there. Okay, that's near here. But it's a very impressive building, and it gives me slightly
medieval.
well, it also gives me Tower Bridge vibes because of the towers on both sides. Really awesome. And also we're going to take a nice thumbnail image here because we haven't made one yet. And thank goodness we thought about it this time. So that's our next mission. Our previous mission was the mailbox, and now we got some thumbnailing to do. Show it to me, show it to me. We thumbnailed it.
Oh no, we didn't.
We did.
I'm gonna do the walk again. Here we go.
The little steps for the little boy, and the big steps for the big boy.
The youngsters.
I am the youngster. Ha! It's not how it feels, to be honest. But we made it to the top of the steps, and that means on our way to the Batmobile.
Stan,
Yeah.
2 videos from now, you'll be turning 40.
Hello.
Well, I'm blind.
What?
I'm blind.
Aha! It is a sunny day. It was a sunny day.
It's still a sunny day.
It's still a sunny day.
And what gentle Aachen was to us today.
Every time. It's always
yours.
a good time in Aachen. And yours.
Yeah, but I love it better when the sun shines.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a good walk. The nature part was really surprising. The beer was as we had hoped. We got tons of food for our money. And the people were friendly. What is there, except for in the church where they were a bit specific. What is there not to like about Aachen? It's small, it's nice, it has good food.
Yeah.
We keep returning there. This is our 3rd or 4th time there.
Yeah, well, as I said in the intro, I think I was there 100 times. But it's yeah, there's a lot of history there. I never saw the outskirts. I was really surprised.
Yeah.
It was a proper hike, even though it was partly paved, but it was
The inclines were, yep, it was a workout. But we
burned a lot of calories.
Yeah,
also
ate a lot of calories.
Ate a lot of calories and drank them as well. But
We may have finished the pack of Aachener Printen, and I may have had the most.
you had them all.
Definitely got the most. But yeah, what a nice day this was. Where are we going next week actually?
Good question.
I don't even know. You're keeping the
It's,
microphone
it's,
far. Hello.
It's a Tour de Geul.
So it's 20:51 when we get home. When he gets home, I still have to drive a bit further. So it was a full day in Aachen, and that's what Aachen does. It seems small, but then it gives you all of the entertainment.
That's what she said.
And we'll be happy to be back there in the future. I guess that was it for now, wasn't it?
Yeah. Bye bye.
Actually, see you this weekend because we're going to a festival.
Oh yeah, the Zomerparkfeest in Venlo. We're not going to make video, but it's always a good tip to go there.
It's always a good idea to go there. Yeah. So see you
blind.
in the next video.
I
Bye
can't
bye,
see-
people. Your
I can't see
blinded
anything.
hosts are going to try to get home. a car and a pigeon passed by. But also it means that I was completely dead yesterday. Of course motorcyclists are passing now.
In the middle of the city center of Aachen, we stumble upon this. Something happening. That escalated quickly.